Hi, welcome once again to the Frugal Amps Tone Room, down here in the workshop where all the magic happens. This is a demo of an amp that I build quite a bit. It is very much like a Deluxe Reverb, Blackface Deluxe Reverb, but it's got a few of the options that a lot of folks ask for, kind of all in one amp. This amp has a beefed up normal channel, and it has a stock vibrato channel. The normal stock Deluxe Reverb has two channels that, if you look at the component values of those channels, are very, very similar to each other. I think there's maybe one bright cap or something that differentiates the two of them on one of the volume controls. But basically you have almost identical channels, and then you have the vibrato channel, which, in addition to the same volume and treble bass controls, it also has the reverb and the vibrato or tremolo options or features that really kind of make this such a desirable amp for a lot of folks. The way that I've set this amp up is to make the amp kind of voiced with two unique channels. I also I wired the normal channel so that it also has vibrato and reverb, and what that does is, when you, in its stock form, those two channels are out of phase with each other, meaning you can't take a little jumper and jump between the two channels like you can with some other amps, Marshalls, the Fender Bassman, etc. A lot of amps allow you to jumper the two channels together for more gain, and the Fender Blackface family didn't allow that because of the out of phase nature. You get frequencies that cancel each other out. Basically, they fight at the phase inverter section of the amp. Those two channels are kind of fighting against each other, I guess is the best way to explain it. So what by putting that feature on both channels, you relieve the fight. They play happily together, and you can kind of feed both of them together for more gain into the power section of the amp. The other thing that I have done with the normal channel is I voiced it much more aggressively, much more, I guess, in a Marshall kind of a voicing than the stock channel would be. And I also put a boost feature into the channel, and that is a little push-pull control on the volume knob that lets you get an additional bunch of gain over that channel's normal amount of gain that it has, which is considerably more than a stock Deluxe. So I'm going to kind of demo the amp. This is the guitar that I use. It's my shop guitar. It's just a made in Mexico Strat, two Texas special single coils, and a humbucker I kind of wedged in there for humbucker tones. Nothing fancy, that's for sure. So this is going to, up first, we're going to have the vibrato channel, which is just the stock Blackface Deluxe Reverb. And it's got the tone that the Deluxe Reverb's noted for, which is a really nice clean, a nice balance. circuit. It has reverb on it as well. And it has vibrato. Take the reverb out of there. So you know that's classic Blackface Deluxe sounds right there. If you go over to the now modified normal channel, and I'm going to play this with humbucker pickup. So it's got a more mid-range tone. Vibrato off. There's the reverb. And then with the boost feature, it's really capable of a lot of gain with that feature engaged. You can also jumper these two channels. Going to get a stock deluxe reverb that's going to sound like that. Any way you look at it, it's they just don't have that much gain. But what I like is the fact that you get almost 2 for 1. You know, you get a Blackface clean vibrato channel with all the features that it normally has, and the normally very redundant normal channel now is a whole different thing. It's a much more gain. It's much it really has a lot of available gain, and you can bridge them together and play around with your volume controls, etc. to get a lot of different tones out of these things. So that just kind of gives you a demo of these are a lot of the options that guys ask me for, or I recommend to guys that when they look at these kind of amps, some of the things that you can do with them. So, hey, thanks for listening. Another, like I've always said in all my demos, that unfortunately I build them, I don't play them very well. So when you're forced to listen to me playing my poor amplifiers, I don't do them justice. But anyways, I hope it helps. Thanks a lot.